second. Just give me a second. I'm gonna start in a moment. I'm getting set up, cleaning up a little bit. I'm just trying to go ahead and get set up shortly. Just bear with me. I'll start. I'm just cleaning up my table and my desk before I get started. Working with something else, so now we're basically going back. Putting that back where it belongs. And I'm just putting stuff away where it belongs so that we can go ahead and start off fresh. Puse el abanico que me dé más directo a ver. Vamos arriba. All right, let's get it. Work. Let's update the customer that we have started the repair. Repair in progress. And then we'll switch our camera right here, and now we're good. Um, which console's that there? That's, well, we'll see. We have some console we got to put together. I'm waiting for the customer to tell me he's on the way, but it will have to be after this one. Um, all right, let's put that aside. And let me mute this because it's annoying right now. Okay. This is, okay, so this is for a HDMI port. Let's go ahead and see. Oh, right. Let's go ahead and see, make sure that it powers on. Make sure we're working on the correct console as well. Yeah, we are. So let me just make sure the customer was notified. Okay, so here we are. And let's go ahead and, yeah, so it is powering it on. Just making sure that's powering on. So we're good with that. We'll go ahead and turn it off. This is one of the things I hear about wearing gloves. You have no control over stuff there. So the good thing about this console is that it appears that nobody has been here, even though the sticker's a little lifted on one side, but it does not really look tampered with. Let me see what I mean. It's a little lifted, but I think that was just for the factory. Cause I can't remove that sticker without marking it. So there we go. So now we just, take our time. We're disassembling and yeah. Oh, let's go. My cousin is opening up a Washer Labs. Washer Labs. He's opening up. He fixed his washing machine. Guess maybe replace the circuit board or something. Should have brought it around here. But I've been busy, so it's been hard for me to work on any side projects. There's side projects that I have there, stuff that I'm gonna that I work on my free time. There's a ton of stuff. There's a ton of stuff going on. There's people I gotta update. I always remember there's people that gotta update, but it's just I've been so busy, and I start updating people. I'm never gonna finish my work. Like I just have a lot happening, a lot happening. But the HDMI ones, in and out, those are in and out. There's a SSD card. I always see them installed wrong. I'm not sure why they're getting installed this way. Basically, uh, probably can't see. But your SSD card needs to ride on top of it, not underneath it. People put the SD card on the bottom and puts pressure on it, and then the SSD is like this. So that's improperly installed. You have to be careful with that. Put the SSD away from everything, an area that I don't go by, and we'll continue. But we'll put that back the right way. But at least we know we see it and we correct it, and we let the customer know. Now next time they try to, if whoever try to install it, they'll know how to properly do it. But it's fine. But it just puts unnecessary stress on the port that you don't really need. Okay, so this is out. Okay, we'll do another little cleaning here. And we'll wipe it down later when we're building it back up. For now, we got all the main dust off, which is good. So we'll go ahead and proceed. Okay, just go here. So there, that's out of the way, and now we can start removing all these screws. We'll start from here. So this is just the annoying part of the repair. All the screws. I saw a console yesterday that was repaired by somebody else. They literally put like 4 screws just holding the whole heat shield. Like there's a purpose for all these screws on this heat shield. It's meant to, dissipate the heat. It's more like a heat sink. It's like a heat sink. Technically it is, because look, it has all cools down the MOSFETs right here. These MOSFETs for the APU, they get boiling hot. Like they get hot. I'll show you guys. I'll show you what this whole thing is for right here. This whole setup, it has to be tight on there. You can't. But on the console, yeah, I worked on yesterday. I was like, wow, they did an HDMI port and put one screw here, one screw there, one up there, and one here, and that was it. And half the console only had like, I don't know. I don't know what's the story too. You never really know the story. Never really know the story. Let's put that aside. The Repair Labz shirt there. All right. Um, I think we just have 2 more screws and we can take off the heat shield. Alrighty. Can I grip it with these gloves? There. Alright. Let me see, everything else is good. I think we're ready for removal. Come through here. And then I just push up a little bit. This is like glued onto the board. So why not put all the screws back on and get it as tight as possible, you know? So it cools down these MOSFETs right here for the APU. Um, so we'll continue with the disassembly here. We're a lot closer to the port already. The port is over here. We're getting there. Just a few more screws and we'll have the board out and we'll start getting ready for the port extraction. Yeah, we'll remove the port. We also got to check the APU, make sure that the liquid metal that doesn't have no dry spot, especially if you use your console standing up vertically. After over time, the liquid metal just goes down and creates a dry spot. So we'll check that and address it if needed. We'll see when we get there. Most of the time, if you do have it standing up or if this console stood up anytime, it's gonna have a dry spot. Oh wait, yeah, I didn't really pull, but yeah, we're missing some. I said I was gonna take these after I took off the heat shield. There we go. Let's just do one final check, make sure all the screws are out. It looks like they are. Yeah, they are. So there. Then I try to get to the power supply right here because this part is like pinned in. Making sure there's no other screws either. There. Okay. So like I said, it is very dry. It is very dry. Dry. So I would have to put in the request in for the liquid metal. There we go. We will continue working on it, but yeah, that needs to be addressed. That's completely dry there. That's not good. Okay. So now we'll go over to our port station inspection. We'll go ahead and change the view here. Let's see what we're working with. So the good news is that the capacitor is still there. But give me 1 second, one moment. I have. All right, I am back. We are back. All right, so also look how the solder here, the solder is here. Um, right here. Hey, this was worked on, right? That's factory? Yeah, that's factory. That's factory. Huh. Oh, I guess that is the factory flux. Whatever. It's alright, doesn't matter. Anyway, um, let's just flux it up. The port is pushed back, so I don't want to mess with any solder or anything like that right now. Our thing is we need to get this port removed cleanly. So, it might be loose already, judging from what's. Yeah, this port's been worked on. Come on, look at the pins. The pins are different colors. Yeah. Wow. They put the warranty sticker and everything back. That's why it was not put on right. I think. I've never seen pins different colors on a factory port. Like, let me show you an example. See? Like, it's gonna be all one solid color. It's not gonna be different colors. Solid, because when they did it, they didn't put enough solder on it. So, wow. All right. That's interesting for sure. Then the other side, we'll just do the same thing. We'll just put flux. We'll put flux, and we're going to just go for it. Um, the angle is a little weird the way that I'm set up here, so I do apologize about that. But we will be removing this port now. Got the extractor right here next to us, and we're just gonna start. I got this blue thing right here next to it because there's a plastic port right there, and we don't want heat going to it. We're trying to protect that port. I think we need to extra protect it, especially since we know this is the SSD port and it's being used. So, or look, actually, this is perfect right there, and that one on top there. So the silicone might melt and it might smell, but this port is gonna come off shortly. Tweezers in position. The port also has a little bit of stress on it, so we also have to keep that in mind. If we get to the point that everything's melted and it's still not coming off, we will have to start tapping it because it has tension. It's coming off. I caught it and it stopped coming, so I gotta wait. There. Where's the port? I want to check it out. I don't see it. Gotta be careful. I step on that thing. I'm gonna be hurting right now. I have no idea where the port is at. Let me see. Let me turn on the light. Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. Yeah, this is it. Still hot. The port looks like it came off cleanly with my eyes. We'll see. Yeah, it's. Alrighty. We can go ahead and start removing this carefully. There. Port survived. That's what we needed. We need to keep that in mind when we're working on it again on the once we're on the other side. We do have to protect that port. So come here. Okay, all the traces and everything's good, so that's good news. That's really good. It's really good. So, um, yep. So now it's just a matter of cleaning everything up and getting the new port prepped, and we should be good shortly. I got a message. Let me see. Okay, that's fine. That was the approval. We'll do the liquid metal once we're building it back. Um, so these need solder in there. Okay. And that's how you get that surface ready for a port. That's ready. So now that's just alcohol. We have to be careful with these parts right here that we don't lift them up with the swab, take them apart. But if they do, then we'll just have to replace them. I have a box of swabs somewhere. I just don't know where I put it. I didn't bring it down. It's a brand new box. Right, a little bit more alcohol there. I also want to get these strands out of there. Think that's good. Trying to wrap them. Yeah. So that's ready. That's ready for the new port. We will have to dry this up right here because we're gonna work on the new port now in this little same area here. Um, so I got the new port right here, and it's simple. Where are we? Where are we? Right here. So we just apply flux. This just allows the solder to transfer easier, to flow better. And then this is the clear flux. It's very good when handling ports because you can see. Then what I do is I clean my tip. Sometimes I even get some some flux on the tip, that, and then I'll solder, clean, and then yeah, that's good. So basically just go like this. Sometimes you just need to apply a little bit more heat. Sometimes you're out of solder anymore, which seems to be the case now. But then you don't want to put too much because then you can bridge stuff. like I always do. Like there, see, happen. But I'd rather have it than not have it. That's it. It's gone. And then the way that I check for bridges, I'll just put some alcohol and check it like this. They're all good. See? So now we'll dry this up and then go for we gotta cover the port underneath. So we'll have to do some stuff here. That, put this, something like that. Yeah, I think that's good right there. Okay. Let me give you the angle. It's gonna be a side view like that. Okay. Get the port ready. Port next to me. Um, so I'm starting off from a little far away. I'm holding and getting burned. I couldn't hold that any longer. Shit. It's getting burned. I should have had my left glove with the heat glove, but I had it on the other hand. Woo, that was hot. But my main concern is the port, and we're good. Um, and the solder looks like it flowed nicely through the legs, through the other side. You see that? It wasn't like that before. Um, the solder is now through and through. We'll go ahead and do an inspection on the pins and reflow anything necessary. Well, not reflow, resolder, reflow, retouch. So let's go ahead and take a look. I do have a call, so give me a second. Thank you for calling Repair Labs. This is Anthony. How may I help you? Okay, that was the customer for the data extraction. Um, there's 3 GB of data that I was able to extract from his computer. That's what I have. At that point, if he wants that data, that is recovered data. I'm not sure if it's all of it. Um, did this pin move? No. Hold on, I'm not doing this right. I'm not doing this right. It's just this every board you work on it is a different like way. Every like model. All the models are different. Some have the HDMI port on the other side, but this appears to be very solid. Let me see if I could use a different tweezer instead. Maybe I could use something like this. Maybe this will be easier. Yeah. Is this first one loose? Looks like it. We'll redo the first pin. Let's check it now. Solid. Okay. That's good. We'll clean up. And I said we'll be testing shortly. 43 minutes in, that's not bad considering, I had to take in a call and all that. So I'm not gonna go too crazy there. That's okay. I'd rather have be a little like that than one of those components coming off. That's good. Um, there we go. So we do have to do the liquid metal now. Mm, Give me a second. One moment. No, give me a second. My bad, I am back. I was getting this refilled. Okay, so that side is ready. The other side is easy. The other side, you just literally, it just needs to be like a little wet. It doesn't even have, it has to be even, but it's just easier to spread out. Like, so easy. Like, I'm almost done with the other side. And that's all you want, like an even coat on both sides. Just that the other one's more, you want a lot more, like, wet. There we have it. So now we're about to test now. That's right. Before we forget, we'll put in our this little thing right here. I always forget to put this on. I do want to put it for everyone there. So go ahead and put the main screws right here. And we'll also clean this area. Alrighty. So there we go. Let's go ahead and put that. Then we'll need to put our screws, not those, just these. And that's it. We're about to find out right now. This is good and almost ready for pickup. So we are testing. Have to make sure we put even pressure on these, because if not, I've seen it cause overheating. I did one time that I caused overheating just because I didn't do it evenly. There, we're plugged in, we're ready to go, we're ready to test. A moment of truth comes now. So we'll go ahead and plug in our HDMI. I had a customer saying that his HDMI didn't click. Sometimes they don't click. It depends. Some cables do click, some don't. Some ports do click, others don't. This one does. My this actual cable does not click. My the one right here does. So it just depends. So we'll go ahead and power on, and we'll go ahead and switch to our capture card and see what we get. Uh, Here we go. Sometimes I do have to refresh the capture card, so keep that in mind. If I see that doesn't come on after a few, I check the capture card and I have to, oh, there we go. So we're good. This is a success, and we'll let the customer know that we're assembling the device and it's almost ready for pickup. Assembling your device. Okay, there we go. So no issues. It's just doing the reboot thing because it was improperly shut off or whatnot. But we're good. We'll go ahead and power it off. Um, oh, the price. Dropped the price here. So yeah, we'll go ahead and remove it. Um, we'll let the customer know that I'm putting it back together. Um, yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and unplug this and just reassemble the console. And let's not forget her SSD, please. Just get a little closer over here. Let's put all the screws. We'll worry about that later. There's something else that we need to do after. Um, we gotta get that module shipped out. The module we fixed earlier. It's fine, I have more. Let's see, right here. The cover. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Just about done. Yeah, the SSD. Um, weird. What? There. Martin, just subscribe. Martin, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the channel. Are you enjoying the channel, Martin? There. Okay, that's everything for here. We will continue. The SSD is later, and so is the drive. Just make sure that everything's straight. This is not straight right here. There. Everything else appears to be straight. Go ahead and proceed. Oh, it's dead? No way. No. It's just crazy now. This thing is, I need to get a replacement because this button is already messed up. See? I'm even pressing it. Yeah. But I know what to do. I know how to handle it so I don't over target the screws. I just pull it out. Alrighty. Okay, we're missing one right here. That one's one of these. I have a bunch of these. It's probably one of these right here. Or no, it's not. It's actually a longer one. It's one of these. Alright. We'll go ahead and install the SSD. There. There, we got the click. Um, where is my right here? So what you wanna do is this. You can't really see, but basically the screw, the top of the screw is gonna be in between the card and the screw. So it's gonna lay flat instead of like sideways. But we're about done here. We're about to start testing soon. I hear a storm approaching as well. The lid for this too. Don't forget, and then the screws for the fan, and it's done. Okay, it's gonna be one of the small ones right here, and then these two long ones right here. Alrighty, so that's that. Um, I am gonna go offline after this. I'm going to work. I'm working on data recovery, so there's not much I can show doing data recovery, especially since I'm handling customers, information and stuff like that. So it's hard to. I'm gonna be navigating through the directories and stuff, but it's pretty cool. I'm using some pretty cool tools for data recovery. I wish I could show them, but it's just it's gonna take me too much time to block stuff, certain things out, and yeah, it's not gonna work too well. So this console is ready for pickup, and it is already paid for. And let's go ahead and put it back here on the top shelf. You can't get a view of the top shelf, but there's more stuff on the top. So I'm gonna end it for now. I'm going to continue with the data recovery, and I got a call. Thank you for calling Repair Labs. This is Anthony. How may I help